How you doing? I'm Gimbu Kali, and I'm here to talk about situation here in Illinois, in the state of Chicago, regarding the gun laws. There is currently a bill in the Illinois House, Bill 2257, I believe it is. That is a concealed carry bill. Right now, 48 out of 50 states have concealed carry laws. These are laws that have been adopted by states to allow the average civilian to be able to carry a handgun in order to defend themselves, their families, etc., from criminal predators out here. As I said, 48 out of 50 states already have this. Illinois and Wisconsin are the only two states that do not have this. And what they essentially are doing is requiring the citizens of those states to be available victims. The current gun laws make absolutely no sense at all and are absolutely useless as far as stopping and preventing crime. If we look historically in Chicago, 1968 they banned the sale of handguns and handgun ammunition. 1982 they banned the possession of handguns. 1994 they banned the possession of so-called assault rifles. Therefore, in 2009, 41 years after the initial Chicago handgun ban, we ought to be significantly safer now than we were in 1968, right? Wrong, and everybody knows it's wrong. Chicago right now is the murder capital of the United States. So how on earth are these gun laws protecting the average citizen? Only people the gun laws actually protect are the criminal element. What they do is allow the criminal element a free reign on the general citizenry, because they know the average citizen wants to be law-abiding, does not want to take a chance on going to jail or getting some kind of criminal record, and therefore they're going to attempt to follow the laws. And when the laws say that you cannot carry a gun, they don't carry a gun. So what that lets the criminals know is that they have a very juicy, available population for which they can run rampant on. My girlfriend was just robbed this past Sunday. That would be March the 30th, March 29th, 2009. My girlfriend is walking to church 4 blocks away from the house, 7:30 in the morning, and some guy sticks a gun in her face and takes her purse. At the distance when she first saw this guy, had she had a gun, she would have been in a good position to be able to defend herself. But as a result of her not being able to have a gun because she's a law-abiding citizen, there was nothing she could do except get robbed and hope he don't hurt her or kill her. Fortunately, he did not. But by the time she got to church and explained her situation to the church security, before she finished describing this guy, they already knew who she was talking about, because apparently he has done this several times before. His MO seems to be to wait till the weather is bad, raining or snowing real hard, and then he comes out early in the morning, 7:30 in the morning, trying to find women who are walking to church by themselves and robs them. He's done this several times before. The way the criminal justice system is set up, they don't care, all right? She reported this to the police. They took an initial report. 3 days later, on Wednesday, she calls the police department because no one has contacted her yet to follow up. When she calls the police department, they tell her that they assigned a detective, Madden, at the police station on 111th Street in Chicago, right off the Dan Ryan Expressway, so everybody knows where this guy works. All right, they're going to assign him to the case, but he's won't be back till Monday. So they're going to start to investigate a crime that took place on Sunday, 9 days after the crime took place. All right, this is how much they care about trying to solve the problem of this criminal predator walking around sticking guns in women's faces and robbing them. All right, this is how concerned they are with catching this guy and getting him off the streets. All right, but so the police department obviously doesn't care about the community being abused like this and preyed on like this by predators. But at the same time, they don't want to allow us to be able to defend ourselves, and it's ridiculous. All they are doing is setting the public up and making us vulnerable criminals, vulnerable victims for the criminal element out here. This makes no sense whatsoever to force people to be either victims or criminals themselves. The way the law is in Illinois, if you get caught carrying a gun, you're going to end up getting charged with a felony. All right. My lady friend happens to be a physical therapist. So if she got convicted of a felony, she would lose her professional license, which essentially means she would lose her career. All right. So her choices are to go out unarmed and be a vulnerable, juicy victim for criminals on the one hand, or to illegally arm herself and take a chance on getting a criminal record and losing her career. That is the position that the politicians here in Illinois have put in the general citizenry in, and I contend that it's wrong as two left feet. How on earth do you justify preventing people from defending themselves, but they make no effort towards protecting the people? In fact, they can't do it. You know, I teach security guard training classes, and one of the things that we cover in these classes is the fact that there's a very distinct difference between police and security. Security are proactive, police are reactive. That means that they don't get involved until after the crime has taken place. 90 to 95% of violent crimes, the police do not find out about these crimes until after the crime has taken place. So essentially, the way the law is in Illinois, you have two choices. You can, as I said, illegally carry a gun and take a chance on getting a criminal record yourself, or you can not carry a gun and make yourself available to be victimized by this criminal element out here. As long as these laws remain the way they are, it puts the average citizen essentially stuck. It sticks you between a rock and a hard place. Your options are to be available as just a victim for the criminal element that's out here. As long as these laws stay the way they are, then it forces, as I said, the general public into a really untenable kind of position. There are numerous, as I said, 48 out of the 50 states already have these laws. And when states adopt concealed carry laws, on average, the violent crime rate drops by 20 to 25%. When I talk about violent crime, I'm talking about murder, attempted murder, stranger kidnapping, arson of an occupied dwelling, criminal sexual assault, home invasion. Those kinds of crimes drop on average by 20 to 25% when concealed carry laws are passed. Florida, which was the first state to implement this policy back in 1987. Prior to 1987, there were only 8 states in the United States that had concealed carry laws. Since 1987, 40 other states have adopted those laws. Now, the anti-gun nuts talk about, oh, well, if you let people carry guns, they're going to get mad at each other and shoot each other over parking spots, and the place is going to turn the place into Dodge City. That is an absolute lie. There's no empirical evidence whatsoever to support that. In fact, the very opposite is true. As I said, when concealed carry laws are passed, the crime rate drops 20 to 25%. As long as, having a gun is no guarantee that you can't get robbed or something bad cannot happen to you. I got a friend who's a policeman who got robbed one time. He was in civilian clothes. He was off duty at the time. He had his gun on him. He still got robbed. I mean, people end up getting a jump on him. So there's no guarantee, but it at least gives you the opportunity to be able to defend yourself. So again, I'm simply urging all people in Illinois to write their state senator and their state representative and the governor, and to let them know how they feel about this issue, to stop forcing people to choose between being victims or criminals, and to allow Illinois citizens the same rights that all other citizens have in the other 48 states, which is the ability to effectively defend themselves. Thank you very much.